Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a different video today. We're gonna diversify it up a little bit, get away from the content that is probably scaring people, but that's okay. Let's keep up with these vibes right here. But so there's a myth, or not a myth, but I kind of just think I just call it a myth where, like, ever since cannabis has been legalized, um for me there's like a myth that, like, and also from like different guides that I kind of look towards and to, that, there's a lot of the shops that are like legit now is a lot of like company weed. And I just put a review on the shop that I went to. It was a really good experience, actually. I actually ordered it through like the weed maps app. Yeah, I think you're able to do it, but you have to verify like on the website first, like on a browser. But anyways, I bring that up because I actually went ahead and caught myself some. I actually got myself a pre-roll, which I usually go for. Yeah, and I'm not really familiar with the brand, and that's what I guess I'm talking about. Like, these brands, all these different brands would be considered GMO weed, where like they're very like high production, probably not as like nurtured as homegrown, I would say, or just like where you would, let's say, a couple years ago go to a shop and it'd be a bud tender, but tending fresh buds, depending on the shop. Some shops, like, they don't really care that the weeds all stale and whatever. But I should be using cannabis, actually, but whatever, you guys get the point. I don't really care, but for the sake of YouTube, when you guys could actually see this video, I got like a legit receipt and everything. But I don't know. I'm just saying, like, obviously that's why they implemented like the legality of it. But like, it's also a good time to bring up that there's a lot of people that are incarcerated right now, and that are in jail right now because of weed possession, and they're still in there. So technically, if it was legal, those people should be like pardoned, if that makes sense. But that's more of a controversial topic, and I have no knowledge on that. But you're welcome to educate us more in the comment section if you know more about that. I feel like that'd be helpful for people to educate themselves on, and educate me on. I would like to kind of just know more about that, and people with different experiences. If you have like a cousin or brother, homie, stuff like that got in trouble because of that stuff, which is technically not even like petty crime. Like, it's just possession of something that's now legal. So anyways, so I went ahead and got a pre-roll. I'm not getting I'm not, whatever. Point is this little pre-roll from Alien Labs, Crypto Chronic. 20% THC. I don't really know what all these percentages is, but I might do a video on that, actually. But just to bring this up, these like I said, these big companies that have high production. I mean, some of them, like I said, like, I don't know, I'm not familiar with brands right now. It's been a while since I've actually picked up and actually got a brownie, a big old brownie, 100 gram. But for example, like, all these ingredients for this brownie, like, would definitely minimize itself if it were something like homemade, like just like made in our kitchen, baked and put in like a wrapper or whatever. But this is like would be considered something like a factory, like a bag of chips, which is like not handmade, not freaking cooked in the kitchen. Like it's probably just like it's processed food basically. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it out and let you guys know how it is. Yeah, so my guide that I kind of look towards and watch his videos, not about weed, but just about like life in general. Like I kind of wanted to see like my experience with it, but I know that I do want to just kind of stay more on the natural side, and it's gonna be harder to find as time goes on, especially this year and forward. So I will try to visit that shop. It's just the ways from my situation now. I kind of want to save it for tomorrow, the brownie. Should I do that tomorrow? Well, I could do a little bit today, right? I don't got work tomorrow, thankfully. I'm a day off. I got a weird schedule. Mondays and Tuesdays are usually my days off, so my schedule's all weird. Oh, it's not even that big, but the packaging is. But anyways, place your brownie here to portion. Oh yeah, so I shouldn't eat the whole thing. I get what you're saying. Cause it's 100 gram, I'd probably be freaking slumped as hell. I ate lightly, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, just a quick video about like the myth of company cannabis versus like fresh cannabis, I want to say. Mason jar cannabis, like actual weed, and like you could tell like some Rice Krispie treat, wax infused type, snack. Technically I would prefer those, not gonna lie. Just because like I said, like with all this like with the big ingredients list like this, like it makes it feel processed, you know what I'm saying? And I guess this is where the term GMO weed comes from, because it's a lot of processed. And I don't even know about this pre-roll. Like this weed is probably like given pesticides. It's not fresh, like in terms of like it's just naturally grown in some good dirt, good soil, good water, and someone grows it up and harvest that, and that would be fresh or whatever, just how it's supposed to be, natural, organic, instead of processed and factorized weed. And like I said, I'm not familiar with these brands, so I'm not necessarily sure like what brands are like focus on that. And I know obviously there's a bunch of them that don't, because a lot of people got into the game, the cannabis game, just to make money, and that whatever that means, like for them it's just to like get out a product and make sure people buy it, or just have it be out there so people could buy it, and that's how they get their money. But the good money comes from obviously people who have good product and know what the fuck they're doing. For example, I've yet to try Khalifa Kush, something I've always wanted to try, but I haven't been able to get my hands on. From what I see, they don't sell Dr. Zodiac moon rocks no more, but those were pretty sick back in the day. It was like a little keef ball with like honey inside. It was crazy, and that was all like surrounded like or all the base of it was like a bud, like an actual bud, and they just, yeah, it was crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this brownie. I came out to the park, the usual spot where I kind of been going to. I actually came here earlier with my dog, but I was just focused on grounding myself, I guess. Cause look, this bitch had got like lines on there, got a label. I mean, it's already wore out, but anyways, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm just saying, like, from what I've been hearing, and just like from my knowledge of like fresh bud, this is like a whole different game for me, and I'm trying to like get back into it, just because like I feel like for a bit, like I did actually like not use it like I needed it, but I incorporated it in a way that it helped me kind of just chill out, and I felt like it wasn't over doing it. I wasn't just doing it just to do it and be like a sloth around whatever. Because that last year I was like whatever, I was just chilling, rolling up, with a blunt and just playing Apex Legends, streaming. Like that helped me kind of just focus on that and not be so like, oh, what do I do next, or just being in my head about stuff like that. um yeah, so this is the brown. So like this is 100 grams or whatever milligrams. I forgot what it was. um well, I got it. Oh, well, I gotta check my phone anyways if I were to do that. But so it's only telling me to take a small portion. Oh, where's the little sheet right here? I think it's in the bag right here. So dosage guide. Yeah. Each serving contains about 1/10 of the labeled THC content. And like I said, I believe this is. Oh yeah, so the color you can already tell. Yeah, so right here there's a sheet, and it tells you which color is what content amount. So yeah, the whole thing, unless you've done this before, we don't suggest it, which I'm not gonna probably do. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. The half of it to like a quarter of it, use caution. And it's telling you to go little by little. So I'm gonna just take a little bite. That should be plenty. So I don't know what type of THC this is, like whether it's like oil. It's definitely not fresh bud. You can't even taste it in the brownie, which is like I'm saying, which is like kind of the scary, not scary, but like it's just not the. It doesn't make it feel like you're dosing. And that too, I actually learned that last year, like micro dosing. Like back then, you know, obviously when you're like, well, you know, whatever, with doing your adventures with your friends or whatever, like we tend to just overdose, not like literally, and you know, I don't condone overdosing or trying to. But meaning like you just go for it, like you don't really focus on limiting yourself. But I guess that's part of the experience, like you learn off of doing that. But I learned that I learned how to put something like something that I started halfway out, when I was like halfway, or just like 2-3 puffs like that. And I found myself like learning what microdosing was. And I think that was important because like I said, like before, like I used to like, let's say, make something to like consume, and then think that I would have to finish it all because I was sitting, it was like a one sitting type thing. But no, that's not true. But also because a lot of us have to, well, not a lot, well, yeah, if you're doing it and you know you're not supposed to because of your situation or whatever, then we have to finish it because we can't take it back home. So you just have to make sure you're kind of not smelling like crazy like crazy or whatever when you get home or all that. So there's that. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about that. The GMO versus the natural organic. And yeah, I'll let you guys know like on an update maybe tomorrow how that went. I just kind of wanted to bring up the topic, hit you guys with a different subject matter. And yeah, here we are. And yeah, let me know what you guys' experiences and thoughts are on that. We'll go ahead and discuss that in the comments, and maybe we'll get more into this stuff. If any other companies want to send me a call. Just kidding. But I could use like, I do like bongs. Like there was a while me and my homie split like the cost of one. And then yeah, I mean that was like our shit. Like it had the ice catcher and everything. Just just the classic glass bong. Like yeah, so there was that. And I think my mom threw away that one. I don't know if it was my mom or somebody else's, but I don't remember that far back. But I know that someone threw it away or broke or something. I don't remember. It's been too long to even remember. But point is, yeah, there's that. Um, yeah, but besides that, I guess I've never been too much of an edible, or I haven't allowed myself to be an edible guy, but I do like them. It's just not my preference, I guess. Like, I don't know. I think but I need to get that stigma out of my head that, like, I have to do what's like what works best for me, and just because it doesn't seem cool, like whatever, because a lot of people want to be seen like smoking or whatever. But obviously, like I said, I'm doing this on my own, and I'm not really looking to like impress anybody anymore. I guess before, yeah, you're around friends, I guess that peer pressure hits or whatever, you kind of just want to show up. But yeah, now I'm more chill. I'm not, when I'm kicking it with somebody, I'm not afraid to like decline uh that offer if it comes, because I'll actually thinking about it. Like, I'll think about, like, oh, how am I gonna feel after? And when you're already in that mentality, it's probably best not to do so anyways. I'd rather just drink a couple brews, and that kind of just sets the mood for the night. All right, but with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this content, and yeah, maybe we'll get into more of this, and maybe start reviewing stuff like that. um I'm about to go chill out in some trees and get some air. Hopefully it's not too cold. I'm gonna have to come back real quick. But yeah. But with that being said, everybody take care of yourselves. Look within, and yeah, get you some nature and some sun. Right now, I'm about to hit this sky real quick. Spend some time with it, with the stars, and see what I see in the sky and within myself.